On World Water Day, I'm joined by Ben Grumbles. He's the president of the U.S. Water Alliance nonprofit group based here in Washington. And welcome to Biz Asia America. We don't talk about water a lot. I think most of us probably take it for granted. But let me start with, what is World Water Day?
It's a special day recognizing that we live on the blue planet and that water is our most precious liquid asset. And since 1993, it's been a day designated to raise awareness about water quality, water quantity, access to clean and safe water throughout the world.
Now, that said, what are the biggest challenges getting, I should say, not just water, but clean water to people around the world?
Right. You know, we're on the verge of a global crisis, but it's a crisis in management. There's a lot of water in the world, but the greatest challenge is getting the right amount in the right place. So it's either too much or too little or not clean enough. And frankly, one of the greatest challenges that's recognized in the world is getting clean water to people. There's still close to 1 billion people in the world who lack clean drinking water and 2.5 billion who lack access to safe sanitation.
For a lot of people in the developed world, I suppose taking it for granted might be an understatement, but in the developing world, as you say, getting access to water is extremely important. For a lot of people, they don't understand why is it so difficult to get water to them?
Well, and water falls from the heavens for free, but it takes a lot of money to collect it, to treat it. Politics is involved. It's not just technology, it's sociology, making important decisions about how to provide the basic infrastructure. So that's one of the challenges. And that's not just in the developing world, that's also in the developed world as our aging infrastructure systems begin to crumble.
Are companies, private companies, trying to find solutions to that, or is it the, I guess, responsibility of governments?
One of the most exciting developments as we get closer and closer to a crisis that in some areas of the world is becoming a catastrophe is that business is stepping up. Government is helping stimulate entrepreneurs and investment in innovative technologies. But absolutely, businesses recognize that as water becomes scarcer in some regions or more polluted in some areas, there's real money to be gained for humans and also for profits by developing technologies that can detect waste of water, inefficiency, and also water pollution problems and cheaper ways to clean it.
How hard is it to clean polluted water when you talk about, say, rivers or ponds?
You can take any amount of water, as dirty as possible, and make it clean if you have enough money to run it through different systems. So it's always a question of technology and cost and the energy included. Desalination is one of the most promising technologies, but it's still very expensive. The energy that's required, the cost to manage the brine, the residuals. There are a lot of different ways to make water clean. And the technologies are there, but it's still a money issue.
Is the problem getting better? I mean, we've known about this for a while, and you see the charts and trends of the polluted water and the clean water. Are we on the path to a good thing, to fixing this problem?
Good news and bad news. The good news is yes, just a few years ago we were saying on World Water Day there are 1 billion people without access to clean water. Now it's maybe around 700 million, which is hardly anything to celebrate. There's progress that's being made. There's progress in the green technologies, using natural systems to clean the water and to protect the land and to provide resilient communities. But the bad aspect is that scientists predict that by 2050 there'll be 9.5 billion people in the world. The energy needs, the food needs. We have to continue to get smarter about how we use water and how we view water, how we reuse it, recycle it. One water is the phrase, the concept that we really think is important for the world.
People forget how important water is, not just to people, businesses, the economy. It is very important. Ben Grumbles, happy Water Day to you.
Thank